For years, I have regarded this Mad Elf as the emperor of Christmas ales, but Lew Bryson says he's got another choice.
I like whiskey. I like beer. A Boilermaker gives me both of them.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Welcome to Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow from Ship Bottom Brewery in Swarthmore. A new episode of What's Brewing.
Welcome to the King of Prussia Town Center, where we've got plenty to do from eating, drinking, or a custom candle making experience at Cork and Candles. Welcome into our scent library here at Cork and Candles, where you get to explore a variety of 45 different fragrances as you go through that custom candle making experience. You'll get to explore the tins, find the scents that you love this holiday season, and you'll get to make 2 candles during your 90-minute experience with us. And if you're looking for a last-minute gift this holiday season, stop into our retail section where you can find some really creative candles, even a candle that just looks like a beer. So however you want to celebrate the holidays this year, we hope you'll stop by Cork and Candles, where you can make a candle, you can bring a bottle of wine, bring some champagne, grab your friends, and have a wonderful night out. We've also got gift cards for you if you'd like to pick one up for your friends or family. Our tagline at Cork and Candles is where friends gather, and we're excited to be a place for you to spend quality time with the people that matter most.
Hey, welcome to What's Brewing, presented by Valley Forge in Montgomery County. I'm Glen Macnow. This is Lew Bryson. Lew Bryson wrote a book about whiskey, which is going to come in handy this episode. We are at Ship Bottom Brewing in Swarthmore drinking. This is their Christmas ale, the Snow Monster. First of all, it's just a thing of beauty, right? Tell me what you taste. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you smell.
Well,
give me all the senses.
I'll tell you what, I smell cherries and spices right off the top.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, man.
That is
That's
really
got that
nice.
Belgian sweet,
Brewed with
spicy curl
honey,
to it.
sugar plums, figs, and cherries. A gift from Santa. That's a bad Johnny Carson. Anyway, that brings us to this week's kind of opening thing in our swap, which is Christmas ales. We did Christmas stouts last year.
Yep.
We do Christmas ales this year. And I came into the show with talking about Mad Elf. Last year we went to Trogs. We did a whole episode
Boy, we
there
sure did.
on Mad Elf. We had our share of it, and to me, this has always been the iconic one. You say there's competition in that market.
Okay, so here, regionally, absolutely. Nationally, that's the king.
That's the king.
Especially since...
Well, that's the emperor, I said. So
Okay.
I guess there's room for both.
Well, the sad part is, up until a couple of years ago, it would have been Anchor Christmas
The
Ale.
sad part is you're talking and not pouring.
Oh, well, that's a pretty sad thing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's
A
no
couple
more
years
Anchor
ago-
Christmas, which...
There's no what?
No more Anchor Christmas Ale.
Oh, Anchor. Oh, Anchor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's a
All
sad
right.
thing.
All right. So tell me about the Sierra Nevada. Then.
Sierra Nevada celebration has been around since the early 80s. I actually still have an empty from 87 in my bar.
There you go.
Back when they used to put the years on. Fresh hop ale. It is not wet hop. It's not from the trees, but
Right.
it's unkilled. It just comes straight to the brewery.
All right. So last week you defined Christmas stouts as fun. Is this Christmas ale your same definition, or is there something else to
Christmas
it?
ale is Christmas ale. First of all, is a more generic thing. But I always think of the Christmas ale as something that the brewery does as a thank you to us.
Oh,
You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
right,
It's
this
like a little
is-
Christmas present.
This is the Sam Adams Old Fezziwig, excuse me, which
Yeah.
I love the name. And again, it's got like kind of a nice dark chestnutty reddish color to it as these tend to have. Let me tell you what I can tell you about this one. It is a spiced brown ale that balances sweet toffee and rich dark caramel notes with holiday spices like ginger and orange peel. Again, you're getting in all of that, good.
Yeah. And this one isn't crushing strong. It's more like a cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really nice.
I think you said kind of, you ain't going to have 4 or 5 of these, right? You're going to have a couple of these. Okay.
Probably not, unless I'm at, I don't know, a pie buffet.
Yeah, okay. By the way, I did the AI search on what to find for Christmas ale. I think your definition is going to be better. Based on old ale, strong ale, and barley wine recipes using cinnamon, cumin. Orange, well, that's the problem with AI.
Yeah.
Orange, lemon, coriander, honey, etc. to create a warming, dark, and luscious festive beer. I agree with like the
last little bit was great.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
And it kind of stems from what, the old wassail kind of?
Yeah. I mean, it was a spiced ale, you know, maybe not even carbonated, but just a brimming bowl.
Yeah. Let me show you some others that I brought you. This is the I'm a big fan of Great Lakes Brewing, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I love their Edmund Fitzgerald. This is their, I'm going to try this, but I picked it up. This is their Great Lakes Christmas Ale, 7.5%, fresh honey, cinnamon, and ginger flavors. This puppy.
Classic.
I love the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do you know about this? This is
It's
Delirium
dangerous.
Noel.
That's what,
It's what? It's dangerous?
dangerous. Yeah, it's really strong and it's really drinkable.
Okay, it is a Belgian dark strong ale brewed by, I can't pronounce that, Broward. Yeah. Did I get that right?
Huge.
You don't know.
Huge.
You're making that up. In Belgium, from Belgium, a little closer to home, Fegley's. I like Fegley's.
Oh, yeah, up in Bethlehem.
Rude Elf's Reserve, what does it say?
That's a local classic.
Yeah, I got to tell you, this one, for the
That's
ship
pretty
bottom,
good.
that might be my favorite of all these. Now, I have, speaking of Mad Elf, from when we went there last year, and we got a nice supply of it, I still have some in my fridge. They told us, what's his name, Trogner told us at the time, he said, oh yeah, you can keep it
Oh,
cold.
Yeah. I mean, I've had Mad Elves that were 7, 8 years old, and they were spot on delicious.
Yeah, well, this one's brand new, so I'm guessing it'll be good.
Yeah.
Cherries. All right.
Oh, yeah, lots of cherry. I think 5 different kinds.
Hey, sign up for the Makers Passport, a free mobile pass that will take you to the best breweries in Montgomery County, several of which we will be visiting during this season, so stay tuned. He's Lew Bryson, I'm Glen Macnow. Coming up, we are going to, well, Lew's got a lot to do with whiskey.
Yep.
Feel some with that. From Ship Bottom Brewing in Swarthmore, Lew and Glen, what's brewing?
This island is our home. Here, the rhythm of life is set to the ebb and flow of the tides. From sunrise serve sessions to sunset clam bakes, every moment is a shared experience among locals and visitors. A place where time slows down and problems are left behind as we cross over the causeway. Whether LBI is a summer colony to you, your home, or maybe you've never had the chance to visit, this is our way of capturing the essence of our island home for you to experience. We invite you to crack open a can and raise a glass as we celebrate the spirit of Long Beach Island with LBI Lager. Island inspired, brewed for the beach, enjoyed everywhere.
Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing from Ship Bottom Brewing in Swarthmore. A great, fun place. You should come hang out over the holiday season. Our show, of course, brought to you by Valley Forge and Montgomery County. I'm Glen Macnow. This is Lew Bryson. Lew has just finished writing a book about whiskey, American Whiskey Master Class. Tell me just a little bit about the book.
The important thing is it's coming out next fall.
Okay.
These things take a long time.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about how the flavor gets in American whiskeys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do I get a signed copy?
Absolutely.
All right. So that brings us to a fun opportunity.
Yeah.
Which is to take your other expertise, which is whiskey, with this expertise, which is beer, and literally mix them together, which is what I'm going to do. I mean, listen, people know about Boilermakers and so on. Of course, everybody here knows the citywide special, which is a Philadelphia thing. An abomination for the liver, for sure, but PBR, can of PBR and a shot of Jim Beam bourbon. I think it started at Bob and Barbara's, right?
At $3.
$3.
And a pounder of PBR, not
No, you
not
got, you got the full. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. But we're going to make our own.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to start with?
One of my classics, Jameson.
Yeah.
Guinness.
There you go. It's a trip to Dublin.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Lew Bryson. Okay. Now,
So I'm going to go light here.
Well, yeah, it's a long day. We're filming a couple of shows, and we've got to do that. One of my favorites, by the way, that I read about that I wasn't aware, Johnny Brenda's, which is a fun place in the city, used to offer a can of Ortlieb's and a shot of Corby's whiskey.
Can you even get Corby's anymore?
I don't know.
Kind of hope not.
Oh, you can't get Ortlieb's anymore,
No,
right?
true.
Okay, there you go. All right, so what's the
the appeal here is it's a
At least
sweeter
you didn't
whiskey.
pour one in the other, which I've seen.
Okay, that would be what we call a depth charge, as opposed to a Boilermaker.
Okay.
Or if you drop the shot,
Yeah.
also depth charge.
Okay.
So you've got a fairly sweet whiskey and a fairly light beer. I know people think of Guinness as a big heavy beer, but it's actually fairly light. So.
All right. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
What is the? Oh, that is really nice.
Isn't that nice?
It is very nice. But what is the benefit to doing the two at the same time, as opposed to I'm going to have my beer and then later I'm going to have my whiskey?
Well, there's that gasp effect when you take the whiskey, and the beer is just like throwing water on the fire. It's a higher alcohol.
That was well said.
Yeah. Well, I've thought about it a bit.
Okay.
Now,
does this have a name? Isn't that like Irish car bomb? Or
no, I don't think it is.
Nonsense,
No, I
right?
think it's just
Okay.
Guinness and Jameson.
All right. There are some others that we have heard of before you do your next. I read a piece on this. Any Pennsylvania beer with a shot of Kentucky bourbon, I guess Yingling and the Jim Beam would be a Pennsyltucky.
Sure.
There you go, which is everything between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. You're part of the.
I am part of that.
You are part of that. A Goose Island beer, not my favorite, but it works for this. And a shot of Canadian whiskey. They call it Canadian Goose, but of course here.
Wah, wah.
Right. There you go. We know the Goose has something else. All right. What else you got?
Got glasses?
I do.
Okay, because I've got a real fire here. This is Booker's bourbon from Jim Beam.
Okay.
Booker's is their unfiltered, uncut. This is the first batch from 2024. This is the Springfield batch, appropriately enough, since it's just up the road.
Close, yeah.
This is 124.5 proof.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Here, you can take the. Well, they're about
That's
the same,
okay.
aren't they?
Trust me, I'm not finishing it. All right.
No.
Are we going to do it right with the
And I
ship
mean,
bottom?
this stuff is actually flammable.
Okay.
At 124
I promise I won't light a match.
Yeah. This is. I mean, you've got a big beer here, or a big whiskey here with a lot of spice and flavor. I figure the ship bottom snow monster is a perfect
Christmas
match.
Ale. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
It's really nice. It's really nice.
Didn't completely put the fire out?
No, it started the fire. Oh gosh almighty. If I were only drinking this,
Yes.
I would drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
Given the current circumstances, we're doing a couple shows and driving home, I'm going to go
Just
light
a
on
nip.
that.
A nip and a sip.
That was really nice. Okay. That one really did get me. Now, how do we feel about this? This is the whole thing in one can or bottle. This is the Boulevard. We had Boulevard a couple of years ago. On the show. Boulevard Brewing Rye on Rye aged in rye whiskey barrels. All right? And this, let's open this baby.
This is Innocent Gun. Honestly started out, they wanted to...
Ooh, look, motor oil.
They wanted to beer season some casks to finish whiskey in them. Glenfiddich did. And these guys were literally brewing beer, putting it in the barrels, letting it season, and then dumping it. And the one guy's like, why are we throwing away this beer? And he tasted it, and it was wonderful.
I got news. This is really nice, okay? So I taste, what it is Scottish oatmeal stout, matured in Irish whiskey casks.
Which sure is.
I'm a fan of Irish whiskey. I'm a fan of oatmeal stout.
That's
this is a winner. All right. By the way, we have started up our photo contest for the year. Every week we ask you to send us a photograph. Send it to @RealGlenMacnow on Twitter, Glenn Macnow on Facebook, @Lew Bryson on any nature of platforms, or What's Brewing PA. This week, because we're around the corner from New Year's Eve, it's getting closer. We just want you to send us a picture of people drinking beer at a party. As you see, I posted a few. This is kind of clip art. Here's a nice photo of people drinking beer at a party. They all look very high class. Here's another. Oh, look at these sober people. This third one, to be honest, this is what my parties look like after a couple of beers. So send us your entries. At the end of the year, we'll have a big party, and you can come and join us. Coming up, Beer Around the World as Lew Bryson and I taste Italian Pilsner.
Yeah.
This is from Ship Bottom Brewing in Swarthmore. What's brewing? Hey Andrew, as we're here reminiscing about 10 years of Conshohocken Brewing Company, which of our 4 great spaces is your favorite?
How about right here in KOP, our main production brewery with event space for any occasion?
Great start, but how about our Conchi tap room right along the Schuylkill River Trail?
A true original, our classic go-to, and super chill vibes over there on East Elm.
Well, now we're talking. Now, Puddler's Kitchen and Tap in Bridgeport, a favorite of mine, including our great sports fundraising events.
And no matter the occasion, Puddler's Kitchen and Tap has the perfect space. Great beer, good food, and spirits.
Let's finish strong. Rec Room, my favorite spot for games and live music.
Yeah, directly across from the Colonial Theater in the heart of Phoenixville. Rec Room is always lively. Great event spaces too.
With fresh beer, delicious food, full bars, and a variety of unique spaces to host any size gathering or event, Conshohocken Brewing Company has something for everyone. Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing from Ship Bottom Brewing in Swarthmore. Lew Bryson and Glen Macnow. I'm drinking a Grazie Italian Pilsner made
Very
by
nice.
Ship Bottom. Lovely beer. Which, by the way, brings us to kind of conveniently what we've been doing this season and we'll be doing through the year, which is every week looking at beer of a different country. And today, well, it's Italy and it's Italian Pilsner, which are kind of having a moment. Is that right?
Yeah,
What's up with
maybe
that?
the last 2 years. I think it's really caught on. And I think some of it has caught on because one of the signature notes of Italian Pilsner is dry hopping. And we love to do that because we love hops. We love the aroma. We love that spiciness, floral, fruity, whatever. And that's a big part of what an Italian Pilsner is.
So you're telling me that it translates well to the United States?
Yeah,
Okay.
we picked right up on it.
Kind of made with traditional German or Czech hops, but variety similar, but not.
So I like to think of it. Do you remember the old Carmen Ghia? Remember that?
The car?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Volkswagen sports car. So it's a German
Yeah.
chassis, but then you put Italian design on the top. So you got this German chassis, the Pilsner,
yeah.
and then you put a nice balanced dry hopping on it. You tweak the malts a little bit, put a little bit of caramel in, just not all Pils malt, and you ferment it just a little bit warmer, so you pick up just a touch of fruitiness. So it's just a little bit more.
Well, you make it sound really good. Let's drink one here. This that we're drinking, oh, that is nice. This is the Birra Moretti Pilsner La Authentica. I apologize.
L'authentica.
There you go. Say it again.
No,
You
I
got it.
can't. I'll laugh at myself.
This is it. 6% ABV. Made the traditional way, whatever that means. Here's what they say on their website. The result of a production process that has remained unchanged since 1859.
I doubt that, but
Started at an ice factory in the Friuli region near the Austrian border by Luigi Moretti. They went national in Italy in the 1990s, kind of international in this century. And there's a great little story here. You see this guy on the label here, right? Describe what you would see there. What do you
I
see?
mean, he looks like an Austrian drinking beer.
Yeah.
Is what he looks like. I mean, just an old guy
Just a guy
enjoying
in
a
a
beer.
hat and a fedora
Yeah,
drinking a beer.
classy.
Well, here's the story. 1942, the nephew of Luigi Moretti, who's the founder of the brewery.
Which I'm sorry, it's got to be a weird year to be out just having a beer in
Yeah,
Italy,
1942
right?
in
come
Italy.
on.
There is a lot going on. That's true. Nonetheless, this pleasant-looking man was sitting at the table, just in the pub, drinking his beer, and the owner thought, boy, that guy looks embody my beer, the authenticity, the tradition, the genuineness. So he asked if he could take a picture of the guy and use it. When the man was asked, what do you want in return, he said, buy me one round and I'm fine. They have used the image now for 80 plus years on every bottle of beer they serve. they got their money's worth out
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
All right, some of the others. Now, this is Peroni, okay? I've been drinking Peroni since I was in college, right? And I have to say, for me, Peroni is kind of, by the way, it's owned by Asahi, okay?
Okay.
It is the #1 lager brand in Italy.
Wow.
And it's been for a century and a half. To me, Lou, it's kind of meh.
Yeah, very much meh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
that does not speak to the greatness.
If you have it with a pizza, it's definitely going to be about the pizza.
This is Menabrea Ambrata. This is an amber from
Really?
Italy. How about that?
Had not heard of that one
Didn't
before.
expect one of those. And this is another popular one over there. This is Birra Italiana Forced Premium Lager. Anything I missed with these things?
I actually had the Forced on draft last time I was in Italy.
Yeah.
Really good. We were drinking it by the
travel.
liter. I do travel.
You do. I admire you for that.
And Moretti also makes a really nice, very malty beer, Doppio Malto. I've called for that. It's good beer.
Okay. So this style, as we've seen by having the great one here at Ship Bottom, is a style that now is being emulated here in the United States. There's Dock Street Futuro, which we've had. This is Levante, Birra de Levante.
Nice.
Right?
Good brewery.
Right. Are the American versions, do you respect the American versions?
Yeah. Again, some of the Italian Pilsners I've had here, they're as good or better as the ones I get from Italy.
So all of these beers are great. And by the way, you can get all of these beers at Lower Merion Beverage in Ardmore, which is the official beer supplier of What's Brewing. Let's go to our friend Jim Martin at Lower Merion and find out what he's got cooking this week.
Hi Glenn, this is Jim from Lower Merion Beverage Company. Today we'd like to talk about the Schwarzbier. It's a German dark lager that has hints of coffee and chocolate, very dry, and is a very well-balanced beer. We currently carry Kostritzer. It's a German beer that was probably one of the original ones from the 1500s. We also carry Von Trapp's Trosten, which is a specialty beer they have once a year. If you're looking for a local selection, we highly recommend Von C's Midnight in the Priory at the Norristown Brewery. So come on down to Lower Merion Beverage Company, 50 Greenfield Avenue, Ardmore, Pennsylvania. We'd love to have you.
Welcome back to What's Brewing, presented by Valley Forge in Montgomery County. We're at Ship on Brewing, Baltimore. Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow. Robert Zarco owns this place. You see a keg in front of me. Robert Zarco said, hey, I'm going to do a fast beer thing. And I said, fast beer? What is that? I heard you wrong. What are we doing?
It's not fast, it's a fast beer keg. They're in Germany. It's the beer that the brewers like to drink. So this is carbonated to 2 levels of CO2, naturally carbonated in the fermenter, and then it's transferred into this little fast beer keg. So we're gonna start doing fast beer Fridays. This is the freshest beer you could get. This is the beer that the brewers like to drink. This is the Grazie, the Italian Pilsner.
Oh, perfect for this show.
Yeah.
All right, look at that. I will tell you that it is beautiful.
Totally unfiltered.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is great.
Thank you.
So how are you doing this? Just people come in and you order? Is this like the cold service?
Yeah,
Like-
we'll sit on the end of the bar, and people come up, and then we'll tap it for them.
Oh, yeah.
Specialty price for the beer.
So because it is, you say it ages less. Is it? What's the ABV on this baby?
4.3. So this is
Okay,
something that's
so very
very
drinkable.
drinkable.
Yeah,
very
come stand
crushable.
with us.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very drinkable, very approachable.
Cheers.
This is really, it's really fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really new and fresh. How'd you discover that? How'd you get into this kind of thing?
The internet does wonders. Sometimes you get
I was
correct
looking
information
for
on
like
the
a
internet.
better answer than the internet.
Just
I
Googled,
Googled it.
Googled it, yep.
Yeah.
Lou, what do you think?
You know, we were just having a conversation with this on the internet, how, whiskey right out of the keg is so good, all those, and everybody's like, yeah. And I said, not to take anything away from that, but if you guys haven't had beer out of the tank, out of a cask,
Yeah.
you need to do that too, because this is just so fresh.
All right, and you said this is what the brewers like.
The brewers like drinking straight from the fermenters. That's where you get the taste. This is really focusing on the taste of the yeast. So it's not getting the hops as much, but it's more in the yeast.
Some of the best beers I've ever had, I had a double bock right out of the tank at a monastic brewery in Germany. I can still taste that.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
This is nice. And it's also just kind of fun, right?
Yeah,
I want to come in on Friday after work, stop by, have a couple of 4.3%. I can have a few of these, right?
Yeah, and we'll focus on lagers and pilsners. They're the best for this, and then we could do some hazy IPAs in this too.
All right, let's talk about some of the other things you got coming up. You're doing a polar plunge, are you?
Yes, we're doing that with the Scales Beach House in Brigantine. So that's actually on the 1st of January, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you come down, they'll have food all day, breakfast,
1st of
sandwiches,
January,
lunch.
6 a.m. Lou, I don't know about you.
I'm sure there'll be a later crowd, but
Sure
it
what
goes
I
till
wanna
5. You jump in, they'll have ways for you to keep warm. It's going to be a great day right on the beach in Brigantine.
You said in Brigantine, right on the beach in Brigantine. Okay, very
Yeah,
nice.
I was wondering where you were going to do that here.
No beaches here. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Not gonna know.
And you got the keg drop, with New Year's Eve keg drop?
Yeah, we have one here in Swarthmore. That starts at 3 p.m. We'll have live music, food trucks. We're closing down the street. And then we have a keg dropping from a crane. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we do the same in Beach Haven, where we'll have a festivity
So
like
the
that.
keg drops and what, just explodes on the
No,
ground?
we drop it
Run
slowly.
around with a cup and try to
it's lit up. It's a lot of fun.
All right, it's a good time. You've always got a lot, and you've always got great beer going on. As I said earlier, your Mexican Stout has always been one of my favorite beers, but all your stuff is terrific.
This is brilliant.
This is, so I guess my question on this is, once you open this,
Got to drink it all in that one day.
so
So we running specials all day long every Friday when we're doing these.
Okay, we caught you kind of on an off day. Are we going to be able to find people?
You guys are staying. You can't leave until it's
okay,
good.
all right.
Now you can't leave. Didn't know we were going to be going to that. Listen, Rob, it's always a pleasure coming here. Always nice to see you.
Yeah,
Lew
thank
Bryson, always a pleasure seeing you. And we thank everybody for watching. We will see you next week for an all-new episode.